Good evening, viewers and subscribers. This is BVI Channel 1, and we are live on Matters Arising. Yes, so many matters don't arise, and this time in Anambra State, talking about the governor of Anambra State. Honestly, what is happening in the public space is really heartbreaking, to the point that I came across a kind of anthem, APGA anthem. Okay, but you just need to hear this reverse APGA anthem. When I saw it, I was heartbroken. You need to hear it yourself. And when I come back, we're going to deliberate on what Soludo said. What is your take on it? What is your take on Soludo? What is your take on APGA? Listen to this very update. I'll be right back. You heard that song. Whereas the anthem is Metuaka no bike batana APGA. And when they say this about APGA and Nkani, you just wonder if actually this is for Ndigbo or for the only people who are, opportuned to occupy sensitive position within the government in Anambra State. That's where APGA is having its control. Now, what instigated all this? From the time of the presidential election, pre-presidential election, when Soludo, made a kind of statement that broke the hearts of many Igbo people with respect to Peter Obi's presidential ambition. Now, the latest one seems to have put a nail in the coffin. I have published it earlier today. You have to listen to it once more. I'll be right back on this program. We'll deliberate on it, and you can drop your comment or you call our direct line to air your opinion. I'll be right back.
On 11th of March. Igbo bia Agwata 2 constituency. Nke a my own constituency too. My own state constituency. I follow the vote kwa. Sikwe to esiri nuye mwu yo. Bo, I na atonya vote aya de ne mmadu anya n'iru. Atoya. I know there. Maka onye mụ na ya ga-anọ na-alụ ya ga-abụ onye APGA. Nyamani aga no na okay ba. Oga bo onye gini.
Na this kind of thing na gbakasị
Ịtụ onye ọzọ. Onye ọzọ gbagotela ebe a. Man ọsọ salary.
We're going to the other side. Because the network na here na for ebe enwere isi. Cannot carry this broadcast.
Ọdaalụ hospital.
Check before I start. Then
bụ gọvanọ ya alụ ya. Ada onye mụ na ya dị mma, onye mụ na ya nọ na pati, ọ ya ga-enwe access, ọ bata wee gwa ebe a, ma ebe a, lotekwa nke a, lotekwa nke a, lotekwa nke a. Ọ bụrụ onye apụghị apụta na-abịa ya, mecha ibe a, mee ibe a. Mana nnukwu ife m na-ekwu. Yes. Ọ ya etu a ka o si awọ.
Onwe secretary ọzọ dị ebe a. Wọbagodi n'ime ọfịs a ka mma mọ ya. Ọ ga-aga.
Ọ sị m na nke a dị ebe a, sị m ya ekwe n'eziokwu. Ọ gwa m nke a na ọ ije kpata pati mama benebesi ime ibe pati nwere ibe. Pati a bịa ojelu nke Obedilo. Ọnwa gwa ya kwụọ ya salary ọ nọ ibi ya. Ma ya agabetekwa na ịbịa sị m ya alụ nke a ma ya eme nke a ya eme nke a. Mba. Aya ndụzọ dị ya. Onye a wee ya bụ o jere bịa onwe ibe ya ezi nwe ịfụ m izie ya na ya nọ na ahụ ya nọ n'akụkụ maka mbanye ọnya bụ ma hụ nke aka mkpa m kpọ o jee na haus onwe ozi ejibere anya ka anyị ejibere jebe n'ụkwọ anyị jee kpata pati a ọnọ ibie lụwa be bọsị m lụchara gọvanọ oje gbawa gọvanọ nke ya bịata n'ibe ya alụbe aka anyị gwa m o yiri ibe anyị efu nke oyi nwanne na nwanne nna na nwanne ofu dị a oke ka mma ịbụrụ ka anyị nwanne na nwanne anaghị ofu onye yiri ofu ibe abata.
That is it, my people. That is it. That is what we saw from the Soludo's engagement somewhere in Aguata local government. Honestly, since after that outing, a lot of people have been on my neck, saying that I actually sold Soludo to them. And today, look at what is happening. I want to use this opportunity to say I accept my mistake, because it's a mistake. We trusted Soludo to deliver good governance and to unite Igbos politically under APGA. I'm so sorry of that big disappointment the man has brought on Ndigbo, not just in the Anambra state. Because if you watch the video I published earlier, I've already made myself very clear, and I hope he takes the advice of playing a better politics, because it's not good enough for you to say you deliver good governance, and at the end of the day, you play bad politics. The Ndigbo I know will turn their back on you, irrespective of your good governance. Because of this horrible network, I'm just going to do a very quick one with my team of analysts, then re-upload the recorded version of this live program. This live program should give opportunity for people to air the opinion on this very topical issue, especially Ndigbo, talking about the future of APGA. There are a lot of things that are really on the line. So many things are on the line, and I hope that Talewamba will retrace his step. I'm not going to repeat myself on what I already published. You can watch that and key into what we are discussing. Now, we have Henry. Henry is joining in from Warri, and we have also, if I'm not mistaken, Olisa in Abuja. Let me begin with Henry. Henry, good evening and welcome to the program. Hello, Henry. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, because this program was supposed to last longer, but because of our network problem, we are just going to keep it brief so that we can re-upload the recorded version for our viewers to, follow suit and join the conversation through the comment section. We are talking about Soludo's politics. How do you rate Soludo's politics? We are not talking about governance now. We're talking about his politics. How do you rate it?
Mr. Chinedu,
Yeah.
good evening.
Good evening to you.
A big shout out to our viewers. Then coming to what you just asked me now,
Yeah.
as far as Soludo is concerned, it has been a bundle of disappointments so far. It is one graft after another. His politics, his statements, his disposition, his antics, I can tell you, believe in me, they are not only hostile, it is unnecessary, unbecoming of his pedigree, and in fact, the whole thing is that Soludo is bringing a new kind of politics in Anambra State, where you don't even invite collate opinion. You feel you know it all. You don't allow people to even advise you. You stick to your own, even when you know that your politics is actually what the people need. So it's so unfortunate that right now, Soludo's politics is not his brand of politics is nothing that is strange. It is supply driven. It's like someone that is forcing a big bowl of garri into his little throat. That's what Soludo is doing now. And I can tell you, the word on the street there, if you do opinion poll today, Soludo will never survive it. And it's so unfortunate because this is a man that used to enjoy goodwill from the masses until recently, like 2-3 months ago, he has frittered away all these opportunities. Right now, it's a sorry situation for Anambra people, and I'm very disappointed. That's what I will say for now. Thank you.
Thank you very much. That is Henry's assessment of Soludo's politics. We're not talking about governance now. We're talking about his politics. All right. We have Olisa there. Hello, Olisa. You can unmute yourself.
Yes, thank you very much, Mr. Chinedu. Hope everything is going on fine. Concerning Soludo's politics, I don't feel that he's playing since when he put Peter Obi down and discouraged his aspiration towards being the president. I felt that was a wrong move from him, and turning the aspiration of Ndigbo to elevate their status in national politics. That statement came at the wrong time, and that really affected him. That affected all the goodwill he has had in the southeast, and especially Anambra, where Peter Obi comes from. So he's playing a very wrong politics due to his perception of himself. It's a wrong perception of himself as a southeast. He's playing elite politics in Anambra State. You can't play elite politics in Anambra State. Even Willie Obiano did not play elite politics. You can play elite politics in the north, in the southwest. Not even in the southwest, but in the north. You can play elite politics there. But you can't play it in the southeast. They're going to drag you down, especially in Anambra State, where everybody is, even though you don't have financial power, everybody takes himself as an elite in Anambra State. So I think what Soludo should do now is apologize to Anambra for all his statements. All his statements.
I think that would be like a camel passing through the eye of the needle for Soludo to apologize to the Anambra State. But if he does that, it will go a long way to salvage his political future. Because, like I've said earlier in the video I published, that Soludo is trading on the path that Ndigbo will actually descend on him. Igbos are very emotional people. But Igbos, who being very emotional, they can easily forgive and forget. They easily forgive and forget if you press the right button, if you do the right thing. But if you think that you are going to stick your neck there, they will reject you and reject whatever good thing. And Igbo man will tell you that if it is you that his life will depend on, he rather die than face a kind of, he will reject and reject everything about you. He will rather die. That is an Igbo man for you. We are very proud people on our own. We are ourselves, Ujula, for that we are self-contented. After all, everybody is a survival of the fittest in Igbo land. Yeah, it is everybody on your own, God for all of us. You know? So nobody believes that his life depends on you. But they are very very sensitive kind of people. They are very emotional kind of people. What we call Ogwebo, that's mob fight. They will descend on you just to protect their own. Then after the fight, they will not ask what actually happened. So when they sense a kind of betrayal from anyone among them, they will descend on him as much as they will descend on any person outside the Igbo enclave. So the politics of Soludo, to be honest, to be honest with you, I cannot say it is just below expectation. It's huge disappointment, a monumental flop of a politics. This is his kind of politics, he will not survive it, because he fails to understand Igbos and whom Igbos are truly. Then on the other part, which I'm going to just touchlight small, then wrap it up on today's program, because I don't want it to be long. Like I said, I'll be uploading the recorded version of this broadcast. Unfortunately, those whom their calls may not come in will pardon us, because we are not in control of the network. The network situation is really bad, but we needed to talk about this and have our analysts put their mouth or their opinion on this. Now, the issue of APGA, the survival of APGA in Southeast Igbo land. Do you think, Harry, I'm coming to you. Harry, do you think that with the politics of Soludo, it is the end of the road for APGA? You heard the music or the anthem, the reverse anthem of APGA, composed by those who have become from APGA, including the former national chairman, who is also now a senator-elect under Labour Party, Dick Tume. So a lot of people are now saying, Potana APGA. Nwanne mmetụ aka n'obi ke pụta n'APGA. Nde wayo, nde wayo, nde wayo. That is the song they are now composing. It is easy to destroy than to build. Because I knew what Ojukwu had to go through and have left APGA as his fundamental legacy in Igbo land. But Soludo, the politics he's playing will eventually terminate and destroy APGA for good. Not just in Anambra State, but the entire Southeast. So, Harry, do you think there is any political future for APGA after Soludo?
Gentlemen, I must confess, if you look at the obviously of the obvious, there will be a final burial of APGA on the 18th of March 2023. Go and take this into the bank. It's going to cash. Because let me tell you, they happen to be in Oka, because I came in yesterday. The word on the street is that it's going to be LP, top to bottom next week. But the way the Soludo and his ilk, the way they are behaving like bully in a China shop, they don't even want to come down to collect opinion, even though recently they are now having kind of all this trying to play to the gallery, like all those tax force that are running around empowering people, causing nuisance. They are no longer on the street now. They've somehow hibernated. So you see that all of them, they're in a panic mode, waiting for the election to happen, so they now go back to their normal distance. So the word on the street right now is that it's going to be LP all through next week. But the surprising thing about all this thing is that Soludo, when he was coming, his mandate was just simple. That void, why we Igbo have leadership vacuum today is because I don't know whether Ojukwu's there was a kind of a happenstance. Before, since Ojukwu died, we've not been able to see someone that could fill that void and galvanize the eastern homeland, so that we can unify our home and fight for our rights federally. Now, nature pop up Obi and Soludo. Soludo's job was so simple. While Obi is going for federal, be the opera of Southeast, organize everybody, organize their fellow governors, give us a blueprint, like 10-year plan, so that we look at this thing and reflect the gap we have between us and like the Western Hemisphere.
Exactly.
But Soludo, surprisingly, hello, can you hear me?
Of course, go ahead. You are hitting the point.
So Soludo, personally, one, I don't know his obsession with Obi. Obi is actually a brother to him, so we expect him to implement Obi, unite the Southeast, give us the direction. Then, if it's opportune to present someone in the future, good for him. But he came, I don't know if it's out of jealousy or pettiness, instead of focusing on governance, which he has even failed. Because, brother, let me tell you, by now, Soludo is supposed to have a policy trust. We need one year for Peter Obi's tenure in Anambra State. We could hear of Anis. Today, Soludo is shamelessly awarding 2 kilometers of road. Doing rubbish. I'm in Oka right now. Tomorrow I'm going to go around Oka to have a feel of what the man is doing, because the word on the streets is not good. Everywhere you have roads, poor job, poor contractors, no standard, no class, no conviction, no pedigree, no design, no nothing. So it's a shame, and the whole thing is I'm being annoyed presently, because right now I don't know, because Soludo's failure is very shocking to me. So what I'm saying here, brother, what we can do right now is this, because it's very obvious that APGA is going to die national debt. What we need to do is to salvage the relic, because we need to support this guy, because it will be a shame if APGA die. So what we're thinking that if there's a way we can focus on this guy to redirect him, so far so good, he has failed. APGA is going to die national debt by this week. So Soludo should, as a matter of urgency, seek help so that people will support him. Let him even finish these 3 years, because the way labor is gravitating, brother, they are completely unstoppable right now, and it's a shame for the Southeast. So my fear right now is, how do we handle Soludo? Because it's very obvious that Soludo is himself now. He's even confused. He don't know what is about to hit him. But because he's a proud person, he don't want to accept responsibility and own up and seek help. So what we need to do, because brother, at this point it's very late. APGA, mark it today. APGA is dying in national debt next week. But the way people are going, if APGA manage to get out of 11 up to 3 seats next week, good luck to them. But because the feelings I'm having here, brother, is so shocking. So what we need to do right now, because there's nothing you can do right now, we need to, after the election next week, we are going to do a post and election analysis and now try to salvage what is left of Soludo's situation, because we need to encourage this guy to finish strong for the past 2 years, because if he's been allowed the way he's going, because he needs to be directed, believe you me, he cannot even deliver the minimum that is expected of him. Do you understand me?
Yeah.
So what we need to do, as it is now, whatever all this is proud disposition is the last kick of a dying horse. They're going to bury APGA next week. So what we need to do, because Labour Party is still we are stakeholders in APGA. what we need to do is for us to have a smooth transition, galvanize our people, so that even when APGA die election day next week, we shouldn't come and create crisis and alarm by trying to impeach him. We will support him pending how we see this position. If he's able to carry himself well and perform optimally, we could say, okay, look, while we are doing labor, we can still try and subsume the two things and see where it take us. So that's my take for now. Let my other panelists contribute. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Henry. Thank you so much. Ndubisi just joined us. Ndubisi, you're welcome. Give us your own take.
Hello, Chinedu. Thank you, and thank you, my colleagues here, and good evening to our people all over the globe. You know, I had very submission. To say the least, my expectation from Soludo as a professor of economics is too high. And I overpromised people that the witness in first ensuring governance. You know, why I promised people, why my expectation was too high is from the background that being professor of economics, Soludo should understand more about public policies and how to execute these policies for the welfare of the people, for the ordinary people. You know, I expected him to do more of welfareist program, like organizing the people towards productivity in Anambra State. You know, what government does is a lot of things. It's the responsibility of the government to direct people, you know, to even encourage investment. For instance, you are talking about people relocating from the northern part of Nigeria and the western part of Nigeria to Alaibo. It's not by begging people. It is done and it is achieved through policy initiation and execution. I'll give you an example of such policy. There is there is a program from state government towards having family in territorial zone. For instance, one in Enugu, one in towards Newi side, and one towards Usuba. You know, if government can secure hectares of land, create enabling environment there. And what is enabling environment? Ensure that there is water there is electricity supply, there is security. Ensure that people have affordable housing within the environment. You know, government can do it within 6 months by giving policy direction. By giving policy direction, as in the direction that are going. With such organization, you know, Igbo people all over the world will come down and partner with government towards such gigantic development. It is sincerity of government through consultation, through networking, through meeting important people. You know, this is not what you just sit in government house and expect people to be coming to you. You go and meet people that can make things happen. You travel outside the country. You know, when before Soludo came in as the governor of Anambra State, he told us that he has traveled world over, that he has gone to the international community, worked in with Nigerian government, served under three or two presidents of Nigeria, that he is coming home with that experience. He has consulted for uh, international organization, and he has consulted for health of state for international monetary agency.
Yeah.
So my expectation, hello,
Yeah. Be wrapping it up.
my expectation is that you should have come with that experience.
Mm-hmm.
You should have bring, you should have brought that experience down here to bear. But soon after, what I saw Soludo do was to start chasing Pepe drivers up and down, start chasing Pepe drivers.
Andy,
That
can we just concentrate on the issue at hand concerning APGA? Let us leave Soludo
what
out
you
of in
think?
terms of governance now. Let us deal with his politicking. Now, in terms of APGA, do you see APGA survive this political tsunami? And someone is saying that Soludo is actually the soul of PDP. Had he had come in to destroy APGA, the Ojuku's legacy. Just briefly hint on that.
No, I do not agree with. I do not agree with that submission.
Okay.
Soludo is PDP. Soludo is APGA for now, and he's the APGA governor. I deal with facts. I don't deal with speculation. And why I'm talking of governance, it is his performance as the governor of Anambra State under the platform of APGA that will catapult APGA to the next level. If the politics is emotional, politics basically is not based on rational reasoning.
That
And Soludo is irrational.
that is what we are saying now. If you understand the emotional state of our people, good governance is not enough. Good politics and good governance will help you catapult your party to be accepted by Ndigbo. That's the narrative. That even if even if you offer Ndigbo the kind of governance, we've seen Dave Omai transform Ebonyi State. Who will believe that Dave Omai did what he did until we went there to start exposing some of the things he's doing? Telling it to the people, and people were out. There's a woman I was showing today. She's a very she's an ardent hater of Omai, governor of Ebonyi State. Until I showed her my documentary in Ebonyi State the last time I went there, and she was marveled. But nevertheless, that doesn't mean that she still likes him. He said, upon all these things that he did, I still hate him. But I never knew he performed so well in terms of infrastructure development and the rest of them. I'm coming to you. Now we are looking at a people who can reject you and reject the good thing you are bringing to them. If you toy with their emotion, because as far as we are concerned, Ndigbo are very emotional, and today it is Peter Obi, it could be anybody tomorrow. They will fight for you and they will forget your past. So with what is happening now, we are now assessing him based on the politics he's playing, the politics of anti-Peter Obi, and the one of coming condescending so low to say that he can only carry out his developmental projects to only constituencies that are represented by APGA. That is the least I expect of him.
Hello, I want you to discountenance what Mr. Soludo said. Was it last week or early this week?
Yeah.
That was kind of a panic reaction, overreaction, because
of course
he didn't see what hit him the previous week. So for every action, there's going to be a reaction. That outburst was actually because he was there to come to town with what hit him, and more is coming next week. So that's why we need to really encourage him, because we know obviously APGA LP is going to displace APGA in this state. It is cut in stone. Believe him, we will see what will happen next week.
Okay.
So we need to encourage that guy, give him up, Let him finish whatever is left of APGA, so that we close the chapter of APGA gently, so that we don't create crisis. I wouldn't want to be a party where Labour Party will now dominate the state and begin to cause problems for Soludo. We must allow peace to reign in this state. That's the area I'm going to, because even Ndigbo now, those guys they have an hidden agenda to embarrass Soludo heavily, and it will come to pass next week, because they had a meeting last week, because Ndigbo and some of the aspirants in Anambra, they want to ride on the back of Obi and do LP top to bottom, and it's going to happen. Thank you.
Okay, NDBC, continue, and let us bring in Olisa later.
You know, politics is not like 1 + 1 equal to 2.
Yeah.
That is why I said that our people are too emotional. But I do not go with most people that reason like that. And that is why I started by saying good governance. For you to say that they will manage perform the whatever thing you say, I do not agree with you. It's not because somebody build bridges or build why you are not building human infrastructure. People there are hungry. People, the income is not distributed. You are concentrating your project around your family. You can see what is happening in Lagos.
You are simply talking like an economist. But our average person will see the governor that paved the way for his road. That is the local sense of politicking in Nigeria and Africa, which is very unfortunate anyway.
But that's what I'm trying to. I'm trying to correct you, man. It's not true. If you do the right thing, people are. If you are humble enough to do the right thing, to distribute income, to ensure that development touches across the board, is not that development is not concentrated in one side. Elitist development. If you touch people across, that is what I'm saying, and that is what I expect Soludo to do as an economist, as professor of economics. If you don't that. Forget this thing we are saying. People will always vote for him.
All right, let's be
not. I don't want to. Okay. I don't want to look at it. I don't want to look at the way his political correctness. Well, Soludo said it the way it is. But if he said he's not a politician, I'm not against it. But I am against is whatever he has as per development of Anambra State. I am not impressed. That is what I'm saying.
Okay.
And since I'm not impressed, an average person in the village is not also impressed. So an average person in the village will not vote for him. That is what I'm saying. It's not about going against Peter Obi. This is his state.
Okay, thank you very much, NDBC. At this moment, I think we are going to be wrapping it up very brief in a no distance time, because our network is not really on the top gear. All right, so we can upload the recorded version. Now, Olisa, we've had the discussion so far. So tell us your take on the future of APGA and the Soludo's politics, so that we'll wrap it up.
To be sincere, there's really not much to say after hearing Henry's submission and Mr. NDBC's submission. APGA is buried. No, APGA is buried, and anybody that is in APGA who is responsible for their demise, they should go to Anambra's I don't know, the government's lodge in Anambra. I think they'll find the person there. You know, so Soludo has done much harm to APGA. And there's at this too, there's no redemption. The only redemption for anybody in APGA is to quickly become to Labour Party, because Labour Party is a wave. According to what I read on Twitter, someone said Labour Party, nobody is controlling Labour Party. In fact, P2B is not even controlling Labour Party again. It's a wave, and that wave is destroying everybody. You better be part of the wave or you get destroyed. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, gentlemen. And I appreciate your coming in on the program. We hope to continue this conversation next week on Matters Arising. NDBC, thank you very much for joining us. Henry, I will be in Oka tomorrow. I will hope to see you tomorrow because we are going to take a small tour around and see what is happening in Oka. We also appreciate
Okay, that will be fine.
Yeah. NDBC will be there too. NDBC,
Yes, yes. Yes,
No, just
we are.
we have to talk about the time so that we can meet up. The timing.
No, it's around 12. I'm going to communicate to you after this. You know, when I
Okay, no problem. It's
that's
okay.
how we move. We know how we move.
Okay.
So I will communicate with
Okay.
you after the broadcast how we're going to move, and document to you
Okay.
what is happening. We are not we are. This is not a personal thing. We are only pursuing public interest and for the good of our people, because that is what GGM is all about. Good governance ministry. I happen to be the Archbishop. We are going to rebaptize Soludo. In Anambra State, we have his confirmation on the 18th of March. Okay? So it's up to him and up to Anambra State and the entire Southeast. Because when Soludo won, it was like the Southeast have won. And when he is now disappointing, the Southeast is really getting disappointed about Soludo. So, gentlemen, thank you very much for joining. Olisa, Henry, Ndubisi, thank you so much for joining on this program. And to those who have been watching, thank you for watching. It's unfortunate that the what do you call it? Our internet has been so bad. But let me just quickly and briefly touch light on our live chats where people have dropped their comments. Let us see some of the commentaries, read them out, and see what we can make of it. All right. I know some people are breathing down on my neck. They are all coming out to take a chunk of my flesh that I sold Soludo to them. So, and some of them are even riding on that sentiment to say that I'm now promoting P2B, and that same thing will still happen. Well, everything that we have expected in life have not worked out the way we expected it, and nobody has killed you for one disappointment or the other. That is life for you. We'll continue going, we'll continue trying, and we'll continue striving towards a better life. So we have FH, Ikenga, Ndigbo. Thank you very much for coming. Ola George, we thank you. We are very sorry about the network. It's really disappointing. I'm not going to. It's not within my powers to control the network. But by next week, I hope that the network will be more friendly. Okay. We have FH Morrison Osoluka. Yeah, we also thank you for all the verbal attacks. Yeah, we all take that, but nevertheless, we'll continue soldiering on. We appreciate every one of you. Deborah Peter, we thank you for joining, and we'll continue on this program to give the people a voice. I'm signing out from here. But gentlemen, God bless you for joining, and continue on this path of educating our people. If you have one or two words for our people, we can quickly take that, beginning with Olisa. Just one or two words in few seconds. Olisa.
Yeah, thank you. What I will say is vote LP. It's a revolution, so just vote LP. I'm tired of just vote LP. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Henry. What's your take?
I'm not. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I don't like blowing hot and cold. So I will not come out openly and say vote LP, because the sweetness of democracy is when you remove monotony
Yeah.
and you have options. Do you understand? So I'm telling Anambra people, between LP and APGA, close your eyes. Any of the two you feel that can meet your expectation, vote them. Even when there's disappointment, let's always create room for benefit of that, because I can tell us every disappointment brings with it the seed of an equivalent success. I don't want to write off Soludo. I have this gut feeling that Soludo might bounce back, because after this, what will happen next week? He's going to do a SWOT analysis and get by his senses and face governance. So this is my prediction. So I'll tell our people, keep your fingers crossed. As you're voting next week, close your eyes, make the right choice. Let's leave everything to God. Thank you, everyone.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much. By next week, we'll start analyzing his 1 year in office. I know the
Yes, exactly.
I know the BC is preparing his file. Ndubisi. Inedozi report card. 1 year report card.
Yes, Nan, because Soludo, I'm working with Soludo Manifesto, and I've taken my time to summarize the whole thing. So, anyway, I will advise my people to vote the right person in. Most of these guys don't know what is lawmaking. They don't even know what to do in the house. Most of them are just, in fact, we have a lot of work to do. So far, so good. I will just tell people, vote any person you like, any person of your choice. Don't vote those in emotion that somebody said close their eye and vote Labour Party. It's a lie. Still vote APGA. APGA Kabon Kai. All party Ndigbo God. I will continue to support them. APGA no party in Kai. I got to form APGA. You want to go? So we will continue to vote for APGA. But the democracy we have is where you accumulate opposition.
Yeah.
Of course, it's not going to be APGA all the way, like 30 members of the House of Assembly. Program Robert Stamp Soludo. Soludo will tell us something and say, my boys, pass it. They will pass it. No, there should be opposition. At least I expect Labour Party to have about 16 members. They are APGA 14. Or APGA 15. I've got 16, Labour Party 14. Whatever. So whichever way is for good, is for good of everybody. Good is for good of good governance ministry.
Nobody is even mentioning good. APC or PDP. Are those ones not politicians in Igbo land?
No, those ones have been buried. PDP have been buried. The same with APC.
Now, no be sporting. Now, let me wrap it up here and give the people the opportunity to add your opinion through the comment section. I'm signing out. I hope you guys are going to join me next week on Matters Arising, and also the other program, Political Review, where we'll be reviewing a lot of things that are happening within the political atmosphere in Nigeria and in Igbo land, to be precise. I'm also to repeat as I'm signing out, saying God bless you, stay safe at all time, and stay connected to the voice of the people. BVI Channel 1. And on this, bye-bye.